Really want to thank those of you who stood today and shared your personal stories, and to recognize the richness of the experiences that people have around death. I come to this topic having practiced estate planning law for many years, which is why I was having conversations with people about their end of life. Because people who come in for estate planning are drafting their wills and trusts and their advanced healthcare directives, and they're asking about what they have control over, what they can give control to an agent for, and what they can't. And the reality we all know is that we will all die, and we face the death of our parents and our grandparents and our loved ones around us, and we all have a different experience with the variety of different ways that people die. And one of the things that has been so clear to me when I've started to work in this area and have talked to countless people about this is that people would like to be together with their family members as they are approaching death, to not be constrained by some of the laws that they fear. So for example, if somebody has a terminal illness and they see the end and they see the degradation of their quality of life and they see the suffering, people will resort to types of suicide, and they want to protect their family members. So they will do it in ways that create waves of trauma in families. And so many people have said, I wish I had helped my mom or my dad when they came to me. I wish I could have been with them at the end, but we didn't want to risk any legal consequences. There are innumerable stories that are like that. And this is not, it's really important to distinguish that this medical aid in dying is not suicide, because suicide is when people want to die. But medical aid in dying is people who are deciding they don't want to suffer. They know that they will die, but they do not want to suffer. And so medical aid in dying is the end of life option. It's deciding at the end of life what it is, how it is that you will have your final exit. And seeing those nuances in the differences between what the law is and what people fear, it's really important to just recognize that, because we know that having the beginning of life, having your full life, having the end of life be something that's under your control, that you choose, that's your personal autonomy, that's your path. Ultimately, that is the core of self-determination. That is the core of saying that we give you the autonomy to decide. And I think 9 years of data show, and we are collecting an enormous amount of data, it shows that this law is working. There are 11 other states that have this law in effect. None of them have sunsets. And the reality of a sunset is that people get diagnosed with something that they know will eventually lead to their death, but they're not within 6 months right now. But they think, what happens when I get there? Will this law be in effect when I get there? And that's what's driving the removal of the sunset, is to say, we want people to have the peace of mind to know that they will be able to make that choice when they get to within 6 months of death. But right now, the law is very limited. It is only applicable to people with a terminal illness who are within 6 months of death. So just recognizing 1,200 people in a year who are accessing it is relatively small. And I want to recognize my colleague who spoke against it. We would like to make it so that there's more education, that everybody understands what is available to them, that all doctors are aware of the choices, that they are freely communicating with patients. You know, the concerns that she raised were about the fact that not enough people know about it. And I think that is something we need to continue to work on. But this is solely the removal of a sunset. So with that, I respectfully ask for your aye vote. Thank you.